So much of right-wing politics is just finding more inventive ways to say slurs. More specifically, the N-word. And I think this is perfectly encapsulated in these aviation disasters that we saw. And I mean, this even goes back to like Lee Atwater in the 1980s saying that you can't say the N-word anymore. You have to say forced busing. You have to say raising taxes. And all of it's just a euphemism to advance an agenda of racial antagonism.
It goes back to what Charlie Kirk said last year on his podcast called Thought Crime, which this was a thought crime, when he said...
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
If that doesn't give the game away, I don't know what does. Whenever conservatives like Charlie Kirk, people who follow this line of thinking, see a black person, a Latino person, an Asian person, a woman in a professional career, they immediately assume that they are unqualified. There is never the idea that this person can have done the job. The first thought in their mind is they got here because of DEI. Yeah. They had lower test scores. A white guy would do better than you. And that is fundamentally racist. That is fundamentally a racist assumption to be making when you're just walking around in your daily life.
Especially considering that there are so many white people that just fail into positions.
Exactly.
Like, there are so many mediocre white dudes that do not deserve their job, who share a position with maybe a black person or a woman that works so much harder than they ever had to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's complete nonsense. And these DEI policies, especially when they're like in corporate America, but sometimes when they're in the government, are band-aids on bullet wounds, right? They are attempting to resolve deep inequalities in our society to get people into positions that they were historically discriminated from. And to look at a black pilot or a woman pilot or whoever and think, oh, I feel unsafe, that's just bigotry.